Palawan? It's bigger than the entire nation of Brunei, yet most maps just tint it pastel and move on. Isabela could swallow Bali and still have room for Singapore, but travel vlogs treat it like a drive-through on the way to Tuguegarao. These aren't just big places, they're massive. We're talking 30,000 square kilometers of raw jungle, towering mountains, vibrant reefs, and winding rivers. So vast that cartographers once labeled the blank spaces terra incognita. And honestly, some parts still are. Today, we're not going in for beach selfies. We're digging for the stories too big to fit in guidebooks. The giants, the moon-eaters, the underground rivers that supposedly flow uphill, and the caves that remember every footstep since the Ice Age. So, fasten your seatbelts. We're flying commercial, sailing on outriggers, and hiking where cell signal fears to climb. Ready? Good. Let's measure these giants by the incredible secrets they keep. Picture this: a limestone spine, 200 kilometers long, dripping with orchids and swifts' nests. That's Palawan for you, often called the last frontier. Archaeologists dubbed it the cradle of Philippine civilization because deep inside the Taban caves, they found a 47,000-year-old foot bone. Homo sapiens, yes, but shorter, smaller, lighter. The local Palawan people, they just shrug and say, of course our ancestors were tiny, the giants hadn't arrived yet. Their word for giant is tawu-tawu, literally people, as if ordinary humans were the exception. One legend claims the first man and woman were sculpted from damp clay by the moon spirit, Apu-Apu, who then breathed on them through a bamboo tube. When Spanish friars heard the tale in 1622, they simply swapped bamboo for ribs and rewrote Genesis in limestone. But the caves, they kept the older draft. Inside the main chamber, acoustics amplify your heartbeat so loudly that guides joke the mountain is checking passports. Carbon-dated charcoal on the ceiling shows torches were lit here 9,000 years ago. The soot still smells faintly of pine if you dare to sniff. It's living history. Outside, the forest marches to the shoreline. On Calawit Island, you'll find giraffes and zebras, transplanted from Kenya in the 1970s, a surreal sight. Yet locals insist you'll also spot something taller between the acacias at dusk, an 8-foot figure covered in moss, walking on backwards feet. Zoologists blame mass hysteria, but elders blame the tawu-tawu, who they say herds animals like a farmer herds goats. Whatever you believe, the evidence is elusive. Camera traps keep malfunctioning, their batteries mysteriously drained overnight. One ranger swears his DSLR captured a blurred knee at eye level before dying. The photo's gone, but that knee? It lives rent-free in his head, a chilling reminder. If you've ever hiked here and heard footsteps that didn't match your own, or felt an inexplicable presence, drop your story below. I'm collecting first-hand accounts for a follow-up film. And while you're at it, hit that subscribe button so YouTube notifies you when that deep dive drops. From Busuanga Airport, we hop a turboprop that skims the Sulu Sea, cross Mindoro's Teardrop, then Luzon's Central Plain, finally landing in Kawayan, Isabela. Palawan, it's long and skinny like a dragon. Isabela? She's a square-shouldered wrestler. Together, they make up 5% of the entire Philippine land area, yet barely 3% of the population calls them home. Space, it seems, is their main export, and that's what makes them so fascinating. Rice paddies here run so flat and wide that locals measure distance not by kilometers, but by how many cigarette finishes. Imagine, a farmer can smoke half a stick, start a tractor, and still see the same egret standing on the dike. It's a landscape of serene, endless green. But look east. The Sierra Madre rears up like a wall nobody invited. 30 peaks over 1,000 meters, the longest mountain range in the country, and most of it trackless. Inside that green labyrinth, the Philippine Army once chased General Emilio Aguinaldo for 3 weeks. Today, mountaineers chase the legend of the Berber, a hairy bipedal creature taller than a carabao, whose footprints resemble a human's, but are a startling 20 inches long, a true whisper in the wind.
I meet Lolo Simeon, 87, who guided soldiers during World War II. He claims the Japanese avoided the ridge above Dinapigue because something else was patrolling. Simeon's voice drops to a chilling whisper. We heard them scream one night, not battle cry, pure, unadulterated fear. Next morning, rifles were bent like bananas. No blood, no bodies.
He pauses. He points to a faded tattoo on his forearm. 3 vertical lines, the tribal symbol for pay respect when entering. Every hunter who ignores the mark, he warns, returns with fever dreams of being followed by a shadow that never appears in daylight. It's a story that crawls under your skin. We trek 4 hours to the eerie ruins of an old logging camp. The cable car towers still stand, silent sentinels swallowed by vines. My drone lifts above the canopy. The live feed jitters, then shows a heat signature the size of a refrigerator moving against the river's flow. Before I can switch to 4K, the screen whites out. The battery, at 60%, plummets to 0 in 10 seconds. I land manually, heart hammering louder than the cicadas. Lolo Simeon merely smiles, revealing his red-stained beetle teeth. He said hello, he chuckles, his eyes twinkling. Now say sorry. I don't hesitate. I mutter an apology to the forest. The crickets resume their electric drone as if nothing out of the ordinary had happened. Back in Kawayan Town Plaza, children chase each other around the Aguinaldo Monument. Old men play chess with bottle caps.
Because the country is shaped like a man lying down, Palawan is his feet, Isabella his heart. Giants walk upstream to keep the blood pumping.
Anthropologists offer another compelling link. Both provinces hosted refugee populations during the last ice age when sea levels dropped 100 meters. Bigger land, bigger predators, bigger stories. Over millennia, the megafauna vanished, but the sheer scale of wonder remained. We kept shrinking while our tails grew taller. Palawan's Tawu Tawu and Isabella's Berber aren't just scary stories. They're memory palaces for a time when humans were the minority vote on Earth, when the world was truly wild. So, what did we truly find? In Palawan, a cave that seems to remember your heartbeat. In Isabella, a forest so enigmatic it drains batteries faster than a teenager playing Genshin Impact. Giants? Maybe not the bone-crushing beanstalk variety of fairy tales, but undeniably there's something here. Something vast enough to make seasoned rangers whisper, to glitch our gadgets, to keep 30,000 square kilometers stubbornly wild despite satellites and smartphones. It's a humbling reminder that some mysteries are meant to remain just that. Next time you unfold a map, don't just look at the colored polygons. Ask yourself, what refuses to fit inside them? Palawan and Isabella remind us that the Philippines isn't finished telling its story. We're only on chapter 1. If this journey sparked a question you can't Google, plant it in the comments so other viewers can water it. Better yet, share your own province's giant, because every ridge, every reef, and every humble rice field has one waiting. Until then, keep your batteries charged, your torches dry, and your bamboo flutes respectful. Because out there, in the wild, untamed heart of the Philippines, the giants are still counting footsteps. Don't forget to like this video, hit that subscribe button, and ring the notification bell so YouTube's algorithm doesn't dare bury our next mystery. And seriously, tell me in the comments, which province should we decode next? Biggest or smallest, I'm game for any adventure. Until then, I'll see you on the trail.